Hello and welcome to a brand new vlog. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and along with my husband Dean, our little baby boy Myles, who is almost 8 months old, and our miniature Dachshund Digby, we make travel, lifestyle and Disney vlogs. We came back from Walt Disney World a couple of weeks ago, so this is very long overdue in the making, but we went for 2.5 weeks. We will make sure that our vlog series is linked below so you can go check that out and see what we've been up to so far. But today I'm doing a haul video of the bits and pieces that we bought when we were in Disney World. We're on the Disney cruise, the outlets and in Target. So let's crack on. I don't normally do hauls, so this is going to be a little bit different for us, but let me show you what we got. I think I'm going to start with Target and the good stuff. Yeah, we have eaten a fair few of these. The Disney blues have been real, so we've been devouring our America snacks to help us get over it. But first up, Ghirardelli's. Now they have one of these shops in Disney Springs, but we actually bought these in the Target, or one of the Targets. We tried the dark chocolate and sea salted caramel. These were amazing. Dean picked up these. I know they're Cadbury, but he thought that they looked a little bit different, so we bought these. They're very similar to just like the caramel Cadbury's chocolate at home, but it is with Hershey's chocolate, so not gonna lie, not as good. They were still nice, but we'd just stick to the own brand. But we thought we'd give them a go to see what Cadbury's was like across the pond. And then of course M&Ms. Now this family pack of mini M&Ms, peanut butter ones, are so good. I don't like peanut M&Ms, but I love peanut butter M&Ms. So these have gone in a big jar we've got downstairs, and we help ourselves to a little scoop every once in a while. And then also these, we hadn't seen these ones before, so these are still peanut butter M&Ms, but they are mega and they're huge and just filled with peanut butter goodness. We had a pack of these while we were away, and then we went to Target on our last day and picked up some more. Then a couple of other bits that we bought in Target. Sweet Baby Ray's. You can get this in the UK. I know we've got it in Costco before, but not these flavours. So we got honey barbecue. There's also Hawaiian barbecue, which is amazing. We didn't get that this trip because they are quite weighty, so I couldn't bring too many home. This other one that we got that's already in our fridge is, I think it's something like brown sugar. It is amazing, but we couldn't resist opening that. So we've got those. And then Target do really cute little children's clothing, and I spotted this. We're really entering our Bluey era, so we got this little Bluey t-shirt, which is so cute. This was actually only $8. I can't remember how much a lot of it is. If it's on the pricing, I'll let you know, but yeah, $8. I don't think that was too bad. Next up, Bath and Body Works. And while we were on our trip, towards the very end actually, I'd already done my Bath and Body Works trip. However, Disney dropped their princess collection, and I am so lucky. I went in like the day after they launched, and they had everything in their outlets, all of the Disney princesses, apart from this anti-bac. But while I was in the shop, one of the members of staff actually found a box of the Belle anti-bac, so I have been able to get all 6 of the anti-bacs. From having a little sniff of all of them, my favourite is actually Jasmine. So I did pick up, I don't normally do this, but I did pick up a travel like body spray in the Jasmine because I really liked it. And then I got 1 each. All the anti-bacs were also in their offer. So I think it's something like 6 for $10, something like that. So it's really good deal, and they had them in all the Disney princesses, so I had to get them. I had already bought a load of the anti-bacs before because I literally use them all the time. So I bought some on a previous trip into Bath and Body Works, where I also got some room sprays. Absolutely love Fiji, White Sands, anything coconut, I'm there. Got a few of the pumps. This is actually a gift for my cousin, but I got a couple for myself. These are really great. And then out of the anti-bacs that I bought, they actually have started to do moisturising anti-bacs. So this one is mahogany teakwood. So this is actually one of their more like, I suppose, manly scents, and it's a moisturiser as well, which is great because my hands get really sore from the amount you have to wash them, especially with a young baby. So this is great, having a bit of moisturiser in there. Then we also went to Character Warehouse. There are 2 of them in premium outlets. So one of them is at Vineland, which is the one that's closest to Walt Disney World, and the other is at the Orlando International Premium Outlets. For us personally, we've always found more things in the Orlando Premium Outlets. I know some people have found the Vineland to be better. I think it really does just depend on the day. But we got there for opening. There was hardly anyone in the store. Everything was pretty stocked, and we actually managed to get a few bargains. Not always the case. Sometimes we walk away with nothing. But first off, we got this very cute little handbag. This is for our niece. It's her birthday soon. She's princess mad. This is actually from one of the cruise lines. You can do a Royal Court royalty. She says it on the back, and I guess they just had surplus, or maybe they were going with a different design, and so we picked up one of these. This was $12.99. All before tax, but I thought that was very cute. So they had so much 2024 merch, and I'm not big on buying merch with numbers on. However, I saw this t-shirt, and we didn't go to Walt Disney World in 2024, but I thought it was actually really cool, and it was reduced down to well, it says $7.99 on here. I didn't pay $7.99. I'm pretty sure it was like $2.99, down from $30. And I thought, actually, do you know what? This is just a really good throw on PJs kind of top. And I don't really care that it's got 2024 on it when it's just going to be a lounge top. I was like, how often do you get Disney t-shirts for like $3? So that came home with me. But honestly, they had so much. The other 2024 merch that we bought was this. So 4 straws. These were down to like $2.99 as well, down from $14.99. They literally don't have anywhere on them that they are from 2024 other than the packaging, which we'll throw away. Everywhere around the parks I was seeing first Disney trip little like vests for Myles, and I was like, oh, I'm in an RN over getting one, because they were about $25, which is a lot of money for something that is going to be worn a couple of times or get stained. But then in the outlets they had this one. So my first Disney World trip, and it doesn't have a date on it because obviously we didn't go last year, so this was down from $24.99 to $9.99, and I thought, you know what, meant to be. This is the one that we were meant to get. It's just a different design from the ones that were in store, but as I say, doesn't have the date on it. So we thought, this one's coming home with us. They had some Christmas clothing because we went at the very beginning of February. So they still had like tricklings of Christmas from the previous year. And I spotted this. So you've got a Mickey hat, you've got like a Mickey top, and then you've got the really cute trousers with little Mickey detailing on them. I bought these in a 18 to 24 months because I've got no idea what size Myles would be, but hopefully they'll fit him. So these were down from $39.99 to $12.99, which I thought was actually like a real bargain. Then finally we bought this. This was interesting to get home in our luggage. It did take up quite a lot of space. It's not heavy, but it was bulky, so maybe not our best move. But it's a Disney Junior Pluto vet kit. So this is for when Myles is a little bit older, but we thought maybe for like his 2nd birthday or something. I know we bought it early, but if you don't buy it, it won't be there again. But we thought this was really cute. Next up, all of our Walt Disney World bits that we bought. So we stayed in a couple of hotels. We stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge and Boardwalk, and then we ended at Port Orleans French Quarter after our cruise. So we got some bits and pieces from each of the places that we stayed. Did collect a lot of pins on this trip. I will be showing those in a minute, so make sure you stay tuned because they need their whole section. But there are bits from the resorts that we stayed in there, but as well as that, from Animal Kingdom Lodge we found these binoculars, and we love a safari. We love the safari theme. Myles' nursery is safari, so we had to pick up these. Very cute. They were just from the Animal Kingdom Lodge gift shop, but I know that they do them everywhere. From Port Orleans French Quarter, Tiana is obviously a big theme there, and we saw this. I don't see very many books in Disney World. This was $5.99, which I didn't think was bad actually, but it's a story of Tiana's Bayou adventure. I'm assuming that because of the ride that's just opened, it's probably in Magic Kingdom as well, but the illustrations are really nice, really colourful, nice story. So brought that home with us, something a bit different from a Disney World trip actually. Then we went to Topolino's Terrace for breakfast, and I really wanted to get like a plush for Myles, but I didn't see any full-size ones that we loved that sort of said take me home. But I did see a Mickey keyring in Topolino's Terrace, or in the Riviera gift shop, and he was so cute. So this is the artist Mickey that you meet when you go to Topolino Terrace, and I've actually just cut the keyring off, and I've taken the label off as well because it was huge, and I thought this would be a cute little memento for Myles to have, and it's just like a really good grab size for when they're, again, sort of keeping to the theming of places that we stayed or like the parks. Got our Animal Kingdom Lodge magnet. This is different to the magnet that we got when we stayed the last time, so they do change those up, but they didn't have a pin, which was a shame. And then we got the boardwalk magnet, and I hadn't seen these before, but they had like cute little car magnets. So our car is going to be Disney branded. I'm going to go pop that on the car before we go to Disneyland Paris in a couple of weeks. It'd be really good if they did one there. I'm not sure if they do. We have started a new tradition. We are going to be little press penny collectors. So we didn't get very far because you can fit a lot in, but we're starting to get them for parks that we've been to, or maybe rides that Myles has been on, or hotels that we've stayed in. So we're just going to be on the hunt for those. It's actually like a really fun activity. It does obviously get pricey because this was about $17-18 just for this, and then it's $1 a go for each of the press pennies. So it does start to add up, but it is good fun, like looking for a press penny machine, seeing what ones they've got, and they have them everywhere, even down in Disney Springs. So this is a fun little keepsake and something that you can use over and over again. And Christmas decorations, bought this one, which was Animal Kingdom. They had this design everywhere. They had a mug, they had it in a Loungefly bag, they had yeah, various other bits and pieces, of pin, which we did get, spoiler alert. But we absolutely loved this decoration. And then to mark Myles's first trip, they didn't have a lot of first visit merch, but I spotted this actually in Disney Springs, in the Christmas shop. I didn't spot it in very many other places, but look how cute this is. It says first visit Disney World, and Mickey Mouse. I think Walt Disney World should do more first visit merch. We really didn't see very much at all, and you're onto a winner there because we'd have probably bought it all. Final few bits that we bought in Disney. I saw this tumbler, absolutely fell in love with it. I was gonna get one of the Starbucks ones because they have them for each of the parks. I knew I wanted something Animal Kingdom, and then I spotted this, and this was half the price. This was $24.99. It isn't insulated like the Starbucks one, so I don't know how well it's going to keep my drinks cool, but I just love the design. Got all the different Mickeys, and I thought for the price, it was pretty good, and it's really big. It's like bigger than my head. They had a Mickey Love. It's in like similar to the Mickey Home series that you might have seen, where this just says home. I think you can get it in a few different like versions, but I thought this was really cute, and it being pink. Yeah, spotted this everywhere. I don't know if they'll still do this though, because it might have been a Valentine's Day sort of special, but hopefully not, because it's so cute. Dean decided he wanted a new magic band. To be fair, I'd have got one as well, but I just didn't see any that leaped out at me, so I thought I'll keep mine for this trip, and who knows, future trips. But we spotted this one actually, I think it was at Caribbean Beach, so it's always worth looking in resort hotel gift shops because they do sometimes have some different merch. Talking of hotel gift shops, we only spotted this. It's a little it's a Small World boat that's got loads of the characters, and it goes in the swimming pool. This will actually probably be in some of the vlogs because Myles loved it, playing with it when we went to the pool. We only spotted this at the Contemporary. They only had a couple of them. I didn't see it anywhere else. So this was a case of see it, buy it, because you don't know if you're going to see it anywhere else. But this was a little present with some pocket money that he got from his great gramps. But yeah, it's so cute. We are well and truly pin collectors now. I tried for so long to avoid it. and we just can't, and that's actually where most of our spending went. But we do try and keep it in theme, so we don't just sort of pick up any pin that we like. So there is sort of a bit of theming. Some of them are just, we bought them because we liked them. But first up we have our resort pins. They didn't have a Pauline's magnet. They'd been out for like 2 or 3 weeks. They were having trouble with supply, which is a shame, so we didn't get one. But yeah, we got the pin, which I think opens up. Yep, the pin that opens up, and then you can see Tiana. And then the boardwalk one, which is the same as the magnet. That's very cute. We also went for sort of like special occasion pins. So things that were happening while we were there, or just, I don't know, milestone memento things, if that makes sense. So here we have, it was Festival of the Arts. This one was a little bit cheeky because they sold it as a 2. So we had to pay $29.99 for this because we loved this pin, but they didn't sell that one on its own. You had to buy it with Figment. So Disney, you know what you're doing. But we thought it was cute. Needed that because we've never been to Festival of the Arts. It was Valentine's Day while we were there, so they had a Valentine's pin, and Beauty and the Beast is both mine and Dean's favourite film, so that one had to come home with us. They did have a My First Visit pin in the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World pin trading. So while we're relatively new to the game and we've never actually pin traded, we were there for the 25th year, so the pin had to be bought. Then some more pins that we've sort of gone for Myles. We are starting to do it where like the first ride that he goes on, we're getting a pin for to mark the occasion, or maybe like the first show or similar. So we can't always, although not every ride has a pin, so we're having to go with whichever the first ride was that had the pin, if that makes sense. So for Hollywood Studios, we went for, this is from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We went to the Finding Nemo show, but also in Epcot, he loved the Nemo ride. So we thought kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. This was actually from Disney Springs. We didn't find this anywhere in Epcot around the Sea Pavilion or anything. So you do really need to look around. And of course, the Safari. I loved this pin. I thought that was very cute. And then we actually watched Fantasmic. Myles did fall asleep during it, but they had a Fantasmic pin. Then we also thought that we would get pins for first time we meet certain characters, and also for the different parks that we went to. Now the park pins, they did have a set of 4, but I wasn't a massive fan of them because they also had these individual ones. We didn't get one for Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, but they had these which were so cute. I love this Epcot one, and because it's got all the Finding Nemo characters, we thought it was perfect. And then, as I mentioned before, this is the same design as the Christmas decoration that we got. Absolutely love that. But they didn't have similar, more like unique pins for Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, so we're just gonna have to go back and look for them in the future. And then, oh, of course, to mark our first ride, we went on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and they had a pin, so naturally that had to come home with us. And then character meet and greets. We're very pleased that we found this pin because it has loads of the characters that Myles met. So he actually met all of these characters in a few different locations. Actually, we were very busy with character meet and greets, and we thought, yeah, 1 pin does the job. And we also met Peter Pan and Wendy. They had no queue outside of their ride. It was just almost like a bit of fate that we walked past, and they were so good. Myles loved them. And we also went on the Peter Pan ride. I think that was one of his first rides, if not his first ride in Magic Kingdom. So again, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They didn't have an actual ride pin, but we thought this was close enough. And then of course the cruise element, we had to get like a 2025 pin, and I forgot to show you, we also got a dated pin to show that the first time that we went to Walt Disney World with Myles. And then the other 2 cruise ones that we got were the cruise ship that we went on. Oh, sorry, they're really, these ones like rattle. So the cruise ship that we went on the Fantasy. It had Dumbo on the back, and we got to go to Lookout Key. That finally leads us on to cruise bits. I was looking for a sweatshirt, not a Spirit jersey. I'm not a Spirit jersey girl anymore, but I was looking for a sweatshirt that I could buy to have as a layer, and I didn't see anything in Disney World, the outlets, nowhere. But then I walked into the shop on the Disney cruise and I spotted this, and I absolutely loved it. So this came home with me. They actually were just putting out new sizes and they had my size, and I thought, meant to be. So this came home with me. Absolutely love that. Having white with an 8-month-old is maybe not my best choice, but we'll see how that goes. My mum and dad bought Myles one of these SPF swimsuits. So cute, with the little Mickey ears. This was from one of the shops. Absolutely loved that, and it's actually, notice, got the little Disney Cruise Line logo on it, so that is perfect for swimming over the summer. Then very similar to the Small World boat that he got, but they had a cruise line version, and this has got all the main characters in their sailing gear. So this it's a water toy, so you can use it in the bath, but equally you could just sort of play with it. Then again, I was looking for a coffee mug and thought this one is perfect. I love the colours, and it's got Mickey and Minnie on there, and then you've got a little cruise ship in the background. So that was $24.99 again, so a bit cheaper than sort of like the Starbucks type. Yeah, wait to start using that for my coffees. And then we also got, this matches, we went on the Disney Wish, I'll leave that linked below as well, on our honeymoon, and we have a really similar magnet from there, so we bought that as matching. And then we thought the Lookout Key one was really pretty. It's just like a really simple wooden design, so picked up that as well. And then this was Dean's. So this is one of the Disney Cruise Line beer glasses. It is so heavy, but what you do is you buy it and then you basically pay for a smaller beer than you actually get. So it's like, it's not a drinks package, but it's sort of like a drinks deal that you can do. And I'm pretty sure you can take this back on the Disney cruise with you, because it's a generic cruise glass, if you remember it and if you're happy, because it's very weighty. But they give you plastic ones if you're by the pool, and then you just exchange it in for your glass one before you get off the cruise. But yeah, so that came home with us, so that needs to be put somewhere for safekeeping for, fingers crossed, a future cruise. These were freebies because we are silver members for, it's the Castaway Key Club, I think it's called. Basically the Disney cruise club that you join. You basically automatically get signed up once you've done one cruise, and you move to silver from your second cruise. But we got this Castaway Key Club bag, which actually came in very handy when we were away, and we also got these two lanyards. So they're perfect to have around the cruise so that you can keep your cruise cards in them. However, we actually used our magic bands on the cruise ship now, which was a game changer. It meant that we didn't have to have these with us all the time. So I'm wondering if these might eventually be made redundant and they'll make way for a different giveaway. We'll see. But yeah, we thought that they were cute. Then last but not least are miscellaneous items that I didn't really know where else to put. A couple of other pins. I guess I could have put these in the pin section, but we got the Gideon's pin. We got a Discovery Cove, because me and my mum went to Discovery Cove, but we actually went on a previous trip before we were pin collectors and didn't get the pin, so I got that, a retrospective pin. And then we got a Walt Disney World Coca-Cola pin as well, because if you've been here a while, Dean absolutely loves Coca-Cola, vanilla Coke specifically, and we thought that was quite cool, mixing two of his favourite brands. And we also collect Funko Pops, although we're needing to be very, very limited on the ones that we pick now because we're running out of room. And they had Coca-Cola Funko Pops. So there was just two in the set. You've got the can and the bottle top, so both of them had to come home with us. Again, interesting to try and get them home in one piece on the plane in the suitcase, but we managed it. Two just little bits to end on, which could help you a lot in the parks and also save you some money. So first of all, this fuel rod. So we actually bought this on our first trip to Walt Disney World in 2018, I think it was, and it was $29.99. I think they're still the same in Walt Disney World, although apparently you can buy them on Amazon in America for a bit cheaper. But you buy it, it's a rechargeable battery, and there are different recharging points that you can trade this in for a fully charged one around the parks. In the last couple of years, we've noticed that there are loads and loads more than they were before. They're in all of the resorts, they're in at least 2 or 3 of the gift shops. I think they're in Disney Springs as well. We actually traded in our old one and they gave us the brand new version. So a completely new pack this time, not having to pay any more money. Really, really impressed. Unlimited changes. You don't have to pay for each reuse in the Disney parks, and this has saved our battery and actually our camera as well on a few occasions, so well worth buying. And then you've also got the popcorn bucket. Now, we're not massive fans of the traditional popcorn in Walt Disney World. It's salty or like buttery, although I did get a little bit into that on the Disney cruise. But they do maple popcorn in Epcot, and how we've never tried it before, I don't know, but we haven't. And on this trip we had like 4 buckets, because you buy a bucket, I think this was like $11.99, and then refills are only $2.99 for the rest of your stay. However, we saw people with some pretty old popcorn buckets, so I have been told that you can take your popcorn bucket, you can take your popcorn bucket back with you and still get the refills. So this completely full, $2.99 with regular popcorn or the maple popcorn. The only place that we found that we couldn't use it was in Galaxy's Edge getting their popcorn. They wouldn't fill it up. You'd have to just pay the normal price for a tub of popcorn from there. But yeah, so that is a money-saving hack, and the popcorn was so good. I think that was everything. This has probably turned into a lot longer vlog than I expected it to, but thank you for coming along. If you're still with me, looking at all the bits and pieces that we bought or that Myles or us got gifted on the trip. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please hit like if you enjoyed and subscribe, and we will be back because this is a little bit of a break from the vlogs. So next week we'll be going to Magic Kingdom for the first time, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I just decided to pop this in the middle of the series. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.